Hello and welcome to my Lactation Talk. Both the World Health Organization and Center for Disease Control recommend that mothers exclusively breastfeed their infants for the first 6 months of life. Not only is this healthy for the mother, but this practice ensures optimal nutrition and immunological protection for infants. Overall, the prevalence of breastfeeding is increasing. As of 2009, 74% of mothers reported having ever breastfed. However, exclusive breastfeeding is only done among 33% of mothers for the first 3 months of their baby's life and is even less common after 3 months of age. Healthy People 2020 and the National Breastfeeding Campaign have specific objectives to increase breastfeeding, which is also supported by U.S. government agencies, non-governmental organizations, and global initiatives. Now let's go over some information on breast milk. Breast milk is a complex nutrient source with multiple nutritive and bioactive components that can potentially impact the development of a baby's microbiome. For example, a high-fat diet for the mother increases fat content in her breast milk, which could affect proliferation of bacteria in her baby's gut. Additionally, undigestible oligosaccharides favor proliferation of specific bacteria, but we don't know exactly how a mother's diet can affect this, so it's better to be conscious of diet. Furthermore, human milk contains a high quantity of maternal immunoglobulins that provide passive immunity to nursing infants. This helps protect them from infections because they receive some of their mother's antibodies. While more research is needed, there is a potential for diet to have an impact on this process. Nutritional requirements for breastfeeding women will ensure that the mother can obtain an adequate nutrition and energy supply while she produces milk for her baby. This means eating more food, but also higher quality food. It's also important to note that overweight or obese women will not need to increase their calorie intake. Increasing intake of protein, carbohydrates, fatty acids, and other essential vitamins and minerals will ensure proper energy levels for the mother, as well as proper development of the baby's brain. Recommendations for increasing the prevalence of breastfeeding is that all healthcare providers should deliver education on breastfeeding and that women give birth at designated baby-friendly hospitals that provide a 10-step program to encourage exclusive breastfeeding, in addition to abiding by the International Code of Marketing of Breast Milk Substitutes. This means that hospital personnel are trained to educate mothers about lactation and help mothers initiate breastfeeding within an hour of giving birth. Mothers are also connected with breastfeeding support groups prior to leaving the hospital to encourage their continuation of exclusive breastfeeding. Baby-friendly hospitals also do not allow the promotion of infant formula or other breast milk substitutes, free samples, or contact between marketing personnel and mothers, so that mothers have the best opportunity to begin breastfeeding and continue breastfeeding exclusively. Further recommendations are intended to target at-risk populations. Studies have identified younger, unmarried mothers and mothers who are enrolled in the WIC program or are of lower economic status to be more likely to not exclusively breastfeed their infants. We can aim to reach these at-risk populations through increased family and community support, with the provision of breastfeeding curriculum and ways to encourage mothers to help sustain exclusive breastfeeding. We can also aim to reduce the marketing of breast milk substitutes and replace this with marketing of exclusive breastfeeding. This will help to make breastfeeding the social norm and reduce stigma. Also, new mothers using WIC services are entitled to a wider variety of foods and at a larger quantity when they exclusively breastfeed. Advertising these benefits can encourage mothers to exclusively breastfeed for immediate and future gains. By breastfeeding for the first 6 months, women qualify to get double the amounts of fruits and vegetables and meats for their infants when they are 6 months to a year old. Mothers who fully breastfeed will get more canned fish, milk, cheese, eggs, fruits, and vegetables to ensure that they will be nutritionally able to produce milk for their babies. Considering that low-income mothers are less likely to breastfeed in general, making them aware of these incredible benefits through WIC could give them greater support and ability to breastfeed. Thank you for listening to my talk on lactation and nutrition. I hope you consider me to participate in interventions to increase exclusive breastfeeding.